Hey guys, welcome back to another PTN review where I am joined by Reagle and special guest Ceadon to look over the patch notes for November 12th of 2013. Now, J-Bone's out. He's sick as hell, and you may notice that by a recent COE video coming out where we recorded it while being sick as hell. For some reason, we all caught the plague. So we're short a few guys. So
It's
Ceadon,
dedication, man. True
it's
dedication.
it's dedication. Ceadon and I are a little sick, but we're still here. We're good enough to record. So wonderfully, we volunteered him. Sorry, Ceadon, you're a part of this. It's gonna happen.
I'll live with it.
You'll
He
live
got
with
voluntold.
it. No, he volunteered. We voluntold him for other things, but this one he was kind enough. All right, so guys, we're gonna go over this pretty quickly. This is gonna be a really quick PTN review because not a lot of variety of things, not a great deal of variety of things were added to the game. It was just one really big thing that's really cool. So we're just gonna look at this right here on the patch notes. It's the living story and the Nightmare Within. So as you noticed from last patch, they added that huge tower and spire and a whole bunch of events, but we couldn't go into the tower. I'm pretty sure we placed bets on what was in the Tower Regal. Like you said, it was going to be arena.
Totally did. That was pretty
And
close.
you were close. It actually wasn't arena. So, I could scroll through here and go through each thing at a time, but we've had enough time to experience the patch, so we'll just go through what we know. It's basically 3 levels of a tower. Spoiler alert, by the way, in case anyone doesn't want to know this. I'm pretty sure they've all seen it, though. 3 levels of a tower, level 1, 2, and 3. It's open world. You enter it. There's a Zerg of people there. You're fighting through creatures, getting through harder and harder creatures to get to the top, where you fight in an instance, where there are multiple hidden rooms throughout the area that you can do for bonus achievements, as well as other little extra things to do when fighting the boss. Couple diving spots, too. Other than that, I thought it was a pretty cool concept. Personally, I don't think it was totally worth the wait for a whole living story thing of one little quick tower and event. And I kind of thought the story, I'm not going to spoil that for you if you haven't done it, the story was kind of weak in relation to everything that was going on. So I kind of, I didn't like it. I honestly think it was cool for a few achievement points. It's a little fun, but I feel like there could have been so much more to this patch. So I'm going to pass it off to Ceadon. What did you think of this whole nightmare thing they added?
Well, the first time I tried to run it, I was a little bit annoyed because you guys had already done it without me. So I ran through it
Sorry.
solo, and I think a lot of people had this experience. It sucked. If you're by yourself, it really, really sucks. Going up the tower is hard, but once you're in the instances, that's actually soloable. But getting there is tough.
Yeah, the instances I did find very easy to solo when I was going in. They do get harder with a group, but they're still doable. But yes, the tower is very non-solo friendly. You're either running with the Zerg or you're dead as shit, and that's putting it in layman's terms. Regal, what do you think? You agree? Because that's how I felt.
I gotta disagree. It was only till level 3 that I actually had to run with other people, and it's because a lot of the events they aren't scaled quite so well within the world. So if you're fighting with like 2 or 3 people, you're gonna get wrecked by the champions. But when you actually go into those chambers that Ceadon was talking about, I love those things, man. I thought that was a something for everyone. People like these big event things, but they're talking about, hey, I want something for myself. All those little events, despite the fact that it had a cookie cutter map with the different unique mobs within inside it, as well as what's that thing called? The anti-toxic bubble thing. That was a really cool one.
Yeah. The little pockets of a soloable content I thought was really cool, but I'm gonna agree with Ceadon. I personally didn't like the way the tower was set up, and once the Zerg was through, the Zerg was through. You were pretty much running through it solo, and in the third section, it's pretty much a run where you just it's a Hail Mary pass. You're just booking it, hoping you make it to the end so you can get to that final dungeon, and usually you'll get sniped by an obnoxious amount of mobs with stuns, knockdowns, lockdowns, anything, any kind of. Ceadon, how much control would you say are on those friggin' mobs?
Um,
Too much. Okay. You can hear it just from the side.
No, there are certain ones that are annoying. I mean, you'll go through the spider section, and they like to grab you, and then there's the husks that knock you down. There's plenty of it, but mostly it was just the amount of mobs, and like you'd have to run through clusters or the group events that you cannot proceed without finishing.
Yeah, they do block the paths. So, all in all, had its ups, had its downs. Before dwelling on that too much, though, let's hope the next living story is going to be more fun. We'll get to that at the end. We'll say there's a little picture. But anyways, going on. So there's achievements. There's some rewards. There are some things I really did like. There's these special skins that were brought in. Some extra minis based on the chest at the top. There's a gas mask skin that actually I think looks really cool. Doesn't fit my Sylvari, but I'm going to keep that in my bank. Maybe I'll make a character one day it'll fit. It looks really cool. So the skins they brought with this event, I think are fantastic, especially the gem store ones. I don't know what you guys think, but I think all the skins they brought with this event all look really cool, really creative. I just wish the event itself had a little more depth to it. So what do you guys think of the skins?
Oh, I was just going to bring up on my second monitor. I've got this chart, and it's Ceadon size, and basically it's a diagram labeling, how annoyed he is by his sigh. Like the lowest one is it's not so bad, and way up the top, bloom hunger.
Oh my god.
We have a chart on that? I need to see that. But other than the size,
skins are great.
Other than the size, though, what do you guys think of all the skins and the gem store stuff they had? What did you guys think of all that? I thought it was really cool. I really liked the skins this time around. Like I usually don't, but these ones I thought were really well done.
Yes.
I think you can tell that ArenaNet is definitely ramping it up. I mean, we now have that vendor beside the Black Lion Trader in LA that has like all the historical skins, like the weapon skins that they've been putting out, and the ones you can still kind of buy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they've been getting better and better and better. So
yeah.
I just almost wish it's a little bit lazy that they're all behind the same Black Lion chest ticket thing. I kind of wish they could attach those to new fresh dungeons or something.
I did like the fact back when it was done during the Dragon event, we could find our own tickets as opposed to buying them. So I kind of miss the fact that you could get it open world, or if you really wanted to, you could do gem store stuff. I like that option. This one, there is no option. You get them from Black Lion chests, you buy them, or you buy them with gold from players that were lucky enough to get them. Yeah. So personally, I kind of wish they bring back that multi-tier. Moving along, the patch notes. Oh, sorry, Ceadon, you were going to say something?
No. I definitely agree about the Dragon Claim tickets. I mean, that was a pretty good system.
I did like that system. I hope they bring it back. We're going to go to the next one now. Now, this, I'm actually going to pass off to Reagle because I don't do the structured player versus player that much. I do it very little, so I don't understand that much about it. But apparently, there's a rather big change in this patch. So I'm going to let Reagle take that on. So, Reagle, what changed in PvP?
Well, you and Matthias both. We're definitely going to be doing a Teach the Noob on that coming up soon.
Yeah.
But more specifically, for those that are in the know, it's almost like Capture the Flag in there. You're controlling 3 different zones, and you gotta capture those spots, and they tick over. Before, what ended up happening is like one of the spots would get sniped and say, "Hey, what's happening?" Now everyone's got a map hack where if there's someone fighting somewhere, or if someone's capturing a location or the like, you can see your opponent's locations on the map now. It's actually more of a different strategy instead of just better or worse. It went from having this kind of surprise attacky sort of effect to having it, okay, now you know this is going on chess game style, right?
Okay, so it's just a different, as opposed to being better or worse, like you just said, it's just different, that's all.
Transparency.
Absolutely, and I quite like it.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. If I did play PvP, I don't know. I kind of like being able to surprise people without them knowing where I am on the map, but I could see it being a different game mode. Is it just you see the enemy at all times, or just when it's in combat?
Not at all times. It's only when they're either in combat or they're taking over one of the points. So when you were taking over a point anyways, they had the cross swords before, but you had no idea if it was one guy there or 5. Mm-hmm. Now you have that understanding. Oh, there's only one there. I can handle that one-on-one sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
That's actually very similar to the way they run a lot of like FPS games. If you are invisible until you attack. So
right, yeah, like Call of Duty. Bringing that up, they have the little red dot there, right, when you start shooting.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Okay, well in that case, I actually think I would like that change. Like I didn't play it too much, but I think I'd like that change. That's pretty neat. Other than that, the PvP change, they fixed a few bugs. We just talked about the Black Lion Trading Company stuff they added. There's a couple skins here that are really cool. Definitely preview them. Check them out, guys. If you think you might like them, pour some gold into gems. Made a few improvements, a bunch of bug fixes. Something major that happened during the patch. We were there the first opening days. Is that, well, they broke the instancing system where apparently, as far as what I understand, is if you were with a group of 5 people, let's say we're all in GOM and someone's in Canning and he starts the instance, what it usually did is it put you all into the dungeon anyway. It didn't matter, like you all joined the same dungeon. What the bug was doing is if the guy from Canning entered, we all automatically used up one of our guesting slots and guested to Canning to do the dungeon. It was a pretty massive bug that they fixed right away, so I believe, as far as I'm aware, that was fixed, because it not only was happening in the instance of the tower, but it was also happening game-wide in all the dungeons. So that I know that's in here somewhere in the notes where they did fix that. Oh, there it is, fixed, caused error 19. So it's a pretty big error. I'm really glad they fixed that, because that was really frustrating getting DC'd from the game for that. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the patch. So, let's go over an overall review. My personal review of this is, like the skins, think the event could use a lot more work for 2-week periods. That some of them they've released have had a lot of work in them, a lot of stuff to do. This one I felt was kind of lackluster, but that's just my opinion. So Reagle and then Ceadon, what's going on? What do you guys think? Reagle?
What am I thinking about? Sorry.
Reagle is okay. Ceadon, go ahead. What's your opinion of the total patch? Reagle just zoned out.
Okay. I'm actually. I'm with you on that. I mean, it's lackluster, but I'm a little bit distracted right now myself because the scuttlebutt is that next patch is Fractals.
Yeah.
So
well, as far as we're aware, they haven't announced, but yes, me and you sat down and
Fractals
stared.
are up, and you cannot crush them.
I know. Anyone who hasn't seen the image, let me see if I can go up to it. We're on the site right now.
It's like 3-part image. It's like a little there's a word for that kind of stuff.
Coming soon. Where's this button?
It's a collage, whatever.
There, the coming soon. So this is it. I managed to navigate over to it. If you take a look at it, it's like a split screen of 3 different things happening here, and one of them really does look sort of like the Molten Alliance. One looks like the Thomanov reactor they promised. We've all been discussing this picture since it came out. We honestly think it's going to be Fractals next one, and if so, I'm pretty stoked. I do enjoy the Fractals. I don't go as high as like the 48s that people are hitting right now, but I still enjoy to run them. They are a lot of fun every now and then, and Ceadon and I were discussing this. We're pretty excited. Hopefully it's Fractals, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Regal, anything you want to add?
Oh my god, when those come out, I'm gonna call out to people. I want to get beyond 50 guys. We're gonna get a group of just crazy people. We're just gonna push them for one day.
One day? Oh my god, it's gonna be intense. Here's one other thing I'm gonna say. We'll leave it in the comments below, guys. Let us know what you think. I personally think if they are adding those Fractals, we might be seeing Ascended Armor next patch. They did say they were trying to do it, and if they're upping the Fractals and what's going on with them, I think we could see Ascended Armor. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please check back for more of our guides and videos, as well as check back every 2 weeks for the PTN review.